Welcome to the Hollis Chapman Show, where we celebrate the power of words and the beauty of storytelling. Join us every week. We have conversations with authors and small business owners. We have exciting lineup of guests who will take us on a literary journey like no other. Join us as we delve into the world of authors and small business owners from diverse backgrounds and cultures, each bringing their own unique perspective and voice to the table. From thrilling memoirs to captivating fiction and business startups, our guests will share their stories, their struggles, and their triumphs, offering us a glimpse into the rich tapestry of human experience. Immerse yourself in the magic of words and discovery as we explore the global literary landscape together. So grab a cup of tea, cozy up by the fire, and join us on this adventure of a lifetime. The Hollis Chapman Show is your ticket to a world of imagination, inspiration, and enlightenment. Don't miss out on the opportunity to connect with some of the most talented and compelling voices in literature today. Tune in and let the journey begin.
Hello and welcome to the Hollis Chapman Show. I am Hollis. Happy Tuesday to y'all. Hope you're all doing well on this Tuesday. We're very happy out here in Tempe, Arizona. It's raining, so we're very excited. Cooler, very excited. Okay, so it's holidays per se. Everybody's talking about Christmas. Poor Thanksgiving kind of got lost in the shuffle when it comes to this time of year. But we know we got that next week, Thanksgiving. We got Christmas next month. We got New Year's Day. But what we forget though, is tax season. But basically, it's tax season all year round. But as a small business, do you collect all the receipts? Do you take things down? And I'll be the first to admit I'm horrible at that. But it's tax time as well. December, the last month of the last day of December, it's where everything closes for 2025. Now you start to prep, you get everything for your CPA, your accounting, and all that kind of good stuff. You bring it to them into January and say, okay, here you go. Well, did you plan for it? Did you get it all right? Is it smooth sailing? I'm getting better at it, but I still have a long ways to go because I hate the numbers stuff. I hate doing that. And most of us do. Our special guest today, hopefully he calls in. He is a managing member of Cayman's as an associates in New Jersey and New York certified public accountant. Okay, so hopefully he comes in, he calls in and give us some tips. Give us the tips. Is it too late to make it in our favor, even though it's November for the year? What should we be doing when January comes around? What should we be doing? January, February, until December of next year to be right on top of things. How do we know the people that we entrust with our personal stuff? How do we trust them? And that's very important. You see all these big stars and people make a lot of money. They get ripped off by these people they trust. So how do we tell that we can trust these people with all our financials and all our stuff? Do we have somebody to check them out? How do we do it? I always wondered about that. You see these stories, and again, a couple of actors the last couple of weeks, they died broke because their people they entrusted their money stole their money. Bad investment. Stuff like that. Just horrible. You work yourself to death, you work yourself, forever, and you get things stolen from people you thought you can trust. That's horrible. So hopefully he calls in so we can get some tips for the end of the year. What should we do? As a small business, what should we be doing? I'm thinking about moving my car into my LLC. Bad or good? What should it be? LLC. What makes it real strong? Having a good LLC. You want the LLC. You're working as a business. You don't want to pierce that veil where something happens and say, "Oh no, you're committing funds. Your LLC is a joke. Very weak." So how do you prevent that? Those kind of questions I was going to ask them. But you're a small business. You do a podcast. You're an author. You do your books. Is your book writing and stuff you do? Is it in an LLC? Do you have it set up as a business? That may help you in a cash flow sense. For deductions at the end of the year, that may help you. You know, so all kinds of questions like that. Do you set it up like that when you write your multiple books? Are you set up as a business? Is it all so and so and so and so? I think it should be in a business. So you can get much help as you possibly can, deduction wise and everything like that. And I'm sure once you start doing this on YouTube and you start clicking that stuff, you start getting all these kind of things through your feed saying, oh, they can help you here, help you there with all this tax stuff and what you should be doing. So be careful with that. But I get so many things daily now about tax stuff and how to do it, LLC. It kind of blows your mind. Your head want to explode. You know, One of the things we want to talk about was speak on the recent changes to the accounting industry. What are the changes? Including the bringing trend of younger firm owners. I think there's a lack of younger people getting into the business of accounting. Why is that? Here's one new technology and the talent shortage, according to Fortune Accounting. Okay, so I guess the accounting field is being hurt. Shorter. I mean, that's this in our country. We're hurting a lot of places when it comes to great talent. That's unfortunate. I really don't know why that is. Okay, so headed down a path of extinction. Wow. You know, some 340,000 accountants have already left the industry. 340,000 have left. Why? I thought it was, I'm an accountant. I thought you're real proud, a real good field to be in. Why is that? Why are they leaving? I really don't know what a good accounting firm makes. I don't know. Is it the money? Is it the stress? Why are they leaving? Those are important questions to ask. And again, if you're listening to the show today and it's time for you to go get your accountant, what do you look for? What do you look for making a good accountant, safe accountant? How do you cover yourself? How do you sit there and make sure the accountant that you entrusted with your personal information, your money, it's not ripping you off? Okay? Kamens and Associates is a trusted accounting and consulting firm. So that's in his title. So that's a place to start right there. Trusted accounting and consulting firm that has been helping individuals, good, families, and businesses make smart financial decisions since 2012. That's his company. Okay, so he's been around for a while. That's always a good start. So I guess you can start there. You're looking to see how long they've been around. Check the Better Business Bureau where they're at and go from there. So his company provide hands-on support in areas like tax planning,